Hey, what's up guys? Today it is long overdue to give a bit of an update. I am going to show you guys sort of what's been going on and really what hasn't been going on, and jump into a couple little quick projects to keep moving the truck forward. So anyways, let's get at her. Well, I'm here in my tiny little garage. It's been over a week since I put out something about the truck, so I figured it was long overdue. As I mentioned in the last video, there has been some pretty big events going on in BC with regards to flooding and landslides. Completely wreaked havoc on highways, and that has happened again now. So I'm still waiting on parts for the transfer case. It's just a small little package of stuff. Ordered it well over a week ago, and I mean this is only like a 3-hour drive to where I ordered it from, but unfortunately it still has not gotten here, so not a whole lot of progress going on the truck. I probably look a little bit tired, and to be honest with you, I really am. I'm just coming off 4 days in a row of being up at the ski hill, and my legs are trashed, and it's been awesome, but I'm pretty wiped out, and time to sort of jump back in and get some stuff going on the truck. All right, now before we go any further, I think I might have figured out what's going on with the transfer case. So this piece here, I believe this is called the shift hub. I could be wrong on that. Basically, the shift fork would interact with this ring, and this would move along this unit here and engage and disengage four-wheel drive. So one of the things that I actually noticed is this is going to be really hard to show, but down here there's like a really bad sort of burr on all of these teeth. And I was just trying to manually sort of push this down and found that it really doesn't want to slide over this very easily and engage. There is a possibility that this got damaged. It seems a little bit more worn than it used to be. There's been a couple of times where the truck was trying to deal with four-wheel drive when I was having problems with it, and there was a bit of like a grinding sound, and I had to just leave the transfer case in neutral, shut the truck off, and shift it back into too high. And I think that in both times that happened, that was probably because the key and springs, these things over here had buggered up, and these are the parts that I'm waiting for to put it back together. But regardless, I'm almost wondering if this little burr here is stopping it from shifting down onto this ring, and as a result, it's just sort of kicking the key and rings, or whatever that stuff's called, out of their natural habitat, just because it's requiring a bit more force to go over this, and it doesn't want to go. So at the moment, that's about my best guess as to what has been going on with this. I'm going to try and recreate this. It's going to be really hard to probably show it, but let's see what we can do. Okay, so when I try and slide this over here, it's really stiff to go down. Now, I would think that should be engaged at the moment. Yeah, so that's spinning independently, and then that goes over there. And that should be four-wheel drive, I would think. So regardless, I will do what I can to try and deburr that. Just waiting for the parts to put it back together. In the meantime, I got a pretty good deal on this, I think it's a 5-gallon bucket or a 20-liter pail, whatever they call it, and of Lucas Oil 1540. Actually, what does that say? 18.9 liters. I don't know how many gallons that is. Regardless, should be 1 or 2 oil changes in there. Got a pretty good deal on that. And anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and throw some new oil in, because I just recently kind of broke in the rings. It's got about 500-600 kilometers on it, so I pulled the oil out, and I'm gonna put some new stuff as well as a K&N filter in. In addition to getting that big bucket of Lucas oil, I also got a couple more things here. This is a K&N oil filter. I just put a brand new fleet guard on this truck from Cummins, but as I've got it's a totally fresh rebuild, and you know, just want to be careful. So after about 600 kilometers or so, I changed the oil. I had put a zinc supplement in the oil because this is flat tappet cams and stuff on there, or has a flat tappet cam, I should say. So I also grabbed a thing of this engine oil supplement, which I think has got a bunch of zinc and whatnot in it. The next thing that I was actually really surprised by, so this hose right here, this goes from the vacuum pump back into the block, and as you can see on this end, I completely buggered that up. So I've been complaining about an oil leak. I thought it was maybe coming from the pan gasket or something, and I was actually pretty surprised to discover that I must have over tightened this, or something got a little bit tangled up, because that thing got completely twisted around and was in fact leaking oil. So I had actually just purchased that within the last couple of years. Pretty expensive, probably paid over $100 for that from Cummins. Some of you might remember that I had a different line made at a hydraulic shop. They also charged me about $100, and that was like this really thick blue line and all that kind of stuff. This is one of the old ones from Cummins as well. But I went to a different shop just the other day, and they made this one for me for about $35, and I was actually pretty impressed with that price. This is the hose, I believe they said it was good for 300 degrees, and I could be wrong, but I think it was about 150 psi or something like that. So I would imagine that should be fine. Overall, you know, real beefy crimped on ends and everything like that, and you know, about a third of the price. So pretty impressed with that. Hopefully it holds up, and I'm just going to go and install that now. So let me know what you guys think about these K&N filters. Typically they're known for more air filters for the longest time. I was watching Engine Masters on Motor Trend recently, and they did a test of filters, and these K&Ns seem to do really well in their testing. I don't remember the exact criteria, but flow and stuff like that, and just the overall specs of them. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a try. And I actually just put a new one of these on my Dakota as well. Just did an oil change on that the other day. So anyways, let's jump in and get that hose installed. All right, and there we go. That hose is on there. Couldn't find my thread sealant, but I put some RTV on the threads. That should be fine. And now I'm just going to put the bracket back on over here for the vacuum pump and put some oil in. Alright guys, well, it's a pretty pathetic ending to this video. I'm still waiting on parts for the transfer case. I have no idea when that's going to be getting here. What I'm focusing on right now is mostly trying to get some electrical stuff figured out, like the grid heaters, why they're not working. As you can tell, it's snowing like crazy right now. I can't drive the truck into my garage because the transfer case is out of it. And to be perfectly honest with you, in the last week, I think, or the last 8 days, I've gone skiing about 6 times, and I'm actually going again today and tomorrow. So I'll try and do what I can with video stuff. But anyways, this is about all I got for you today. All right, take care.